Hello, my name is Christopher Harper, and I'll be your professor for this class in History of Journalism. I've taught this course a number of times, and I hope that you enjoy it. What we try to do is give you a sense of the historical context of journalism in various time periods going back to through the 19th century. But I think more important, what we try to do here is to give you a sense of what good writing and good journalism is. And hopefully you can take away from this the structure, the description, the various attributes of excellent journalism. First, what I'd like to do is to take you through the syllabus so that you understand where we're going and what we hope to accomplish. Also, keep in mind it's really important for you to keep up with the work. It's very easy in an online class and also in a summer class to let things slip. And I want to make certain that you don't do that because if you start to fall behind, it's really difficult to catch up. So here we go. So here's the syllabus for History of Journalism, and you'll be able to see this under the syllabus on the website. So that this is a development, this looks at the development of American media with the emphasis on newspapers, the struggle for the freedom of press, the relationship of newspapers to social, political history, and the growth of magazines, book publishing, radio, and television. There are two books that are important for you to get. First of all, the book Mightier Than the Sword by Roger Straitmatter. You can use the 1997 edition. There is a new one which adds one chapter about 9/11, but either one is fine. The second book is The Art of Fact, which includes a number of great writing in journalism and is really an excellent resource. You need to buy these online. I haven't set them for purchase at the bookstore, and you can buy them online very easily. I will be checking email and the discussion board several times throughout the day and evenings, most days with the exception of Sundays. You need to find the historyofjournalism.com website. You need to provide a name and actual email to post. I need to put the grades on Blackboard, which is the only time I use Blackboard unless there's an emergency. I will use PowerPoints and other material, which will be located under Library on the website, and assignments will be under Assignments. I will post all of the lectures on YouTube, and you can find them under this URL. Rather lengthy, but most of them, like this on YouTube, are rather long, and so you can go there and keep up with what's going on. The weekly online schedule starts on Monday and basically works through Friday, but I put up Sunday as well, so that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the busiest days. And one thing that's important online is participation. So I will post 2 discussion questions each week. And you need to respond to each of those with at least 200 words. And then I expect you then to comment on other of your colleagues' comments at least 2 times with a total of at least 100 words per post. So you need to post 4 times a week. One to the discussion question number 1, one time 200 words to discussion question 2, and then twice to either one of those questions to respond and to basically interact with your other students who are online. Your comments need to add significantly to the discussion by building on others' comments. So you may take an alternate view, you point out problems, and even sometimes you constructively disagree. But as we all know online, it's very easy to have things taken out of context. So the desire is for the discussion to be collaborative, not combative. I don't want a flame war going on. And so what you need to keep in mind is to show respect for with points of view that you don't necessarily agree with. Okay? I don't require that your discussion questions adhere to specific formatting requirements. However, please make sure to proofread them carefully. Okay? So I don't want you to use attachments on the discussion board, but it's critical that you do this when you're sending me an assignment. Your assignments should come to charper@temple.edu. The subject line should be your last name, history, and then whatever you want to call it, whether it's explication 1, explication 2, analysis number 1, whatever you want to call the assignment. And then the document title should be in the same format, your last name, history, and explication 1, analysis 1, whatever, test number 1. Now, here are the assignments, and this may look overwhelming, but it's really not. Because it's online, there's much more reading that needs to be done. So you will see that there are materials that I will, for week 1, a fair number of readings, as I said, and I will put these under assignments each week on Monday, by Monday at the latest. So for the first week, and this is fairly typical, the only change here is that I want you to post a brief biography about yourself in response to my welcome message. And then the first discussion question is due on Wednesday by 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So these need to be at least 200 words, as I said earlier. Discussion question number 2, again, 200 words. This is due by 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday. And then you will need to post at least 2 more responses by 5 p.m. on Friday. Now, here we get into what's called an explication in week 2. What that is it's an analysis, and it looks at an article very specifically, okay? It's not a book report, which tells me the plot and the characters, et cetera, et cetera. I want you to focus on something like the punctuation or the verb usage or a specific type of description. Or you can look at one page only and analyze that. But I don't want a book report where you tell me, from 8th grade that, Jack and Jill went up the hill and then they were carrying a bottle of water and they fell down. Okay, I want you to look at why Jack and Jill were going up the hill, how the author wrote it. Was it in present tense? Was it in past tense? Why did he use that? Now, here the things work up a little more quickly with respect to the discussion question, so that Tuesday in week 2, you offer a response to the discussion question, and Wednesday to discussion question 2. Now, here on Thursday, you have to file the first explication, and it should be as an attachment in Word. Please don't send me a Google document. It needs to be in Word, not WordPerfect, and it needs to be at least 500 words, okay? And so this continues on, as you can see from the various week's assignments, okay? In looking at how the grades are done and what needs to be done, okay? The deadlines will vary. You will essentially lose 1 letter grade for each day that the materials are late, and no assignment will be accepted after 72 hours past the due date or 3 days. Conflicts in your schedule or unforeseen problems, work-related stuff, they're not acceptable excuses for turning in assignments late. You need to plan this out, and you need to deliver the materials on time. Only emergencies and health-related issues will be considered as acceptable reasons for late assignments. And these instances require written documentation. So you need to plan ahead, anticipate problems, and budget your time to meet the deadlines. Here's the drill in terms of grading. The discussion is 25 points. The test is 25 points. The explication, there will be 4 of them, each worth 5 points, or a total of 20 points, and then a final paper which is worth 30 points. Okay. Fairly straightforward. Now, you need to get a grade of C or above for journalism students in order to have this class count. Here are the standard things: academic rights and responsibilities, academic dishonesty, and students with disabilities, and how you go about reaching those. So that's all I have for the introductory part of this course. I'll see you online. Thanks very much.